My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Silent the Spire 2. Come on. Why will you never give me a grand finale? I just want a grand finale to build a runaround. Is that so hard to ask for? Huh? Is that so much? Shadow Step versus Storm of Steel versus Tracking. I mean, let's click the one that's already active in the base deck. Sure, it needs an upgrade, but that's, if anything, just a reason to get it sooner. Oh, big turn coming in. There you go. Oh, I even had another, what, it's not 26? I had more damage coming up. Another 12. Deadly Poison Escape Plan, Cloak, and Dagger. I mean, you know, Cloak and Dagger could be my defense plan, I guess. You okay, buddy? I just took you out. So I know he doesn't need to go outside. It'd be so much easier if he could speak English. Or if I could speak dog. Okay, he cocked his head to one side. I think I said something offensive. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean it, whatever it was. Someone get us Ryan Gosling from Project Hail Mary. Stat! I need 20 cc's of tousled scientist hair. We're not going to solve this interspecies communication problem ever. Snakebite, Poison Stab, and Predator. I do have to say, there is a special value in Poison Stab here. Really helping us cut through Phantom. I'll take it for that reason. Specifically, it helps us cut through the slippery stacks that Phantom has at the top of the fight, but those are really important and really annoying, so having a little bit of help for them can be important. Had lethal that turn, but I also had the full defense that turn, so I was confident doing that. Dodge and roll, anticipate, and dash. Not against taking an anticipate. Dash is certainly a much more individually impactful card right now, though. Especially if I want to go for this 2 elite. I mean, I'm definitely going for the early elite. Alright, I'll take the dash. Oh, yuck. Don't like this fight. I'm going to pop out an attack potion here. I was hoping to get AoE, but I guess Ricochet might fulfill that, and indeed it did. Perfect. Being able to remove the slippery from all of those targets is huge. Incoming is 18. I don't need to defend for 3 with the speed pot. Dash and strike covers us. Finish shot, dagger throw, anticipate. Now, I didn't take the anticipate last time, did I? It's much easier to take this one. 2 common cards, please. Not only can I not give you the HP, but also 2 common cards is really helpful. Sucker Punch for additional weaken in a deck that doesn't otherwise have much access to it is pretty important. And I'll happily take dodge and roll or deflect here, depending. I'll go deflect. Because I got a couple of 2-cost cards in this deck already, so I feel like the cost is already prohibitive there. Tracking needs an upgrade, and especially if I'm about to get into an elite fight, being able to actually play it on the first turn that I draw it is important. But also, both of our weakened sources would love to see a little bit of additional weaken on. Neutralize escape, strike, deflect, defend. I mean, you know, it's not perfect defense, but it was pretty good damage. Oy, that sucks. Oh, that's bad. Oh, this is bad. So Sucker Punch Strike. There you go. That one down. Now, damage is going to be a little sparing in the second cycle, so I almost feel like I need to take 3 damage this turn to get 6 damage. And when I say almost, I mean... I'm pretty convinced of it. Perfect. We can dash strike 1 target down while fully defending this turn. Anticipate. Come on, get a skill. Oh, it did indeed. It's actually full defend that turn. We pulled it off, Huey. We full defend. Ugh. So next hand has neutral. Oh, next hand has neutralized, but not necessarily anything else. Well, if I get neutralized and another attack, it'll be enough to take out the higher HP Wriggler in the back line because of the double damage. So I should play around that. Around the idea that I might actually be able to remove someone. Never mind. All right. Now we're probably dead. At this rate, I'm happy to say that we're probably dead. I'm dying more than I want to just not having AoE on this fight. Or, you know, the scavenging gardeners. I guess I am kind of taking a 1 in 3 that it's not this, otherwise. God, we would have done so well against Badonis. You have no clue how much we would have killed Badonis. Yeah, second turn of Weaken over decreasing the cost of tracking in retrospect, absolutely. It wouldn't have had an impact in that fight, though. That fight would have needed me to have something to deal with AoE. Or draw really luckily. I'm not even saying we drew poorly in that fight. We would have had to draw specifically luckily to overcome the impact of the deck. There we go. It's a better. So, Contrast. This is where the real run begins. Feel free to timestamp it. And if I also die on this run, feel free to still timestamp this one. Let's all go in spoiler-free. I really don't want an early shop in a world where I don't really have money. I'm going to take... I'm not thrilled about having, like, either shop to elite, or rest to elite, or, like, early... Like, I have to choose between early shop or early elite, basically. Or if I choose this early rest, I then have to go down the hell line. So I'm going to have to rely on Glam to carry me through that fight, maybe? We'll see. This will be our decision point. Yeah, full defense our turn. Nibot. Oh, you got... I was about to say, give me another one of those full defends. Be awful appreciative. Don't feel like I can get another one here, and yet I do. Yeah. There's the full strike hand. Yeah, we drew real lucky at the end there. Ricochet, Sucker Punch, Cloak, Dagger. I'm not going to say any of these an especially exciting replay target. I'm happy to hit that Cloak Dagger, though. That's a card I can build a run on. I only get 14 HP out of this. Upgrade 2 cards for me. Ooh, Survivor. Ooh, Strike. Added a little bit of damage to the deck. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of defense to the deck. Oh, come on. Ah. Full hand it defends. 10,000 spoons when all I needed was a fork. Predator, Cloak and Dagger, dodge and roll. There is a world where I hit the second Cloak and Dagger and then the success or failure of the run effectively is dependent on upgrading both of those Cloak and Daggers and hitting shiv cards. I'm not thrilled about that future. But I'm like one accuracy away from being thrilled about that future. You know what? Actually, don't even give me accuracy. Give me Phantom Blades. Let me just portion out what shiv goes when. Do I take Infinite Blades? Do I... You know what? Give me Infinite Blades. Let's mess around. Let's have fun. You gotta show me a shiv card here, though. Oh, you don't have to. But I'll take Leg Sweep. Infinite Blades, defend. I'm very confused about where I'm going to get the damage from to kill this guy, but we'll see. I'll give it a good old college try. As soon as I find a way to scale these shivs, buddy, ooh, it's over for you. Did Badonus always... No, it's Abyssal Worm that didn't get stronger. I was about to say, did Badonus always get a strength every turn? I think it did. Yeah, it seems right to my memory. I'll pop an energy pot here for 12 damage this turn. Anchor. I don't think another leg sweep is needed here, but I do think another, or a, anticipate helps. Let's get the Cloak and Daggers upgraded, because that's damage. It does seem like it is. Actually, if I'm going to be triple weakening one of the targets, I should probably pop it on the target that's going to be attacking for more turns. So, let's throw those weakens there. Onto the Slithering Strangler. I mean, granted, it turns out that it'll be less impactful, but oh my god, and never mind. It's also a worse decision in retrospect. I'm not going to go back because that was just entirely the result of my own lack of knowledge rather than clicking the wrong things or clicking them too quickly. Shiv, shiv, shiv. And a shiv. On for the road. Yeah, I mean, this deck is exactly where... I'll take footwork. This deck is exactly where you put a... an Infinite Blades. I desperately want additional damage, but I'm not seeing any of it. And also, I have a lot of survivability to survive long enough fight to get enough value out of Infinite Blades to justify playing in the first place. Oh, yes, panache. Yes. We take that. Not only is that damage, that's AoE damage. That's the best kind of damage. In fact, it would be really helpful in the kin fight, where I need some AoE. Weak Potion, Haze, Deflect, and Outbreak. I'm happy to take a copy of Deflect, especially with the stacks in the deck. And also with an incentive to play 5 cards every available turn to do so with a panache. All right, buddy. I've got AoE for you now, so how do you feel about that? I gotta get reasonable draws in the second draw for me to be okay. That certainly counts. Huge. Getting 5 playable cards in the same turn is the indicator of whether or not it was a good draw. Yeah, like, here, not 5 in the same turn, but at least I could full defend. And this was definitely 5 in the same turn. Eternal Feather! And backflip draw. Oh, this deck is taking shape. If I get any scaling here. And yes, I do know, I say any scaling, but what I'm saying in my mind's eye is accuracy. If I get accuracy here. God, it works well. Strangle. It's not accuracy, but it's damn close. I do think I'm defensive enough to be able to get away with this upgrade. I'm going to focus on frontline to try and take them out early. Because their next turn is going to be kind of annoying, so just having 2 of you on the field, I think, puts us very comfortably within... Is it too cocky to say very comfortably within definitely wins this fight territory? Is it too cocky to say, I'm the cock of the walk, baby? Woo! I'm never gonna die! What do you mean it sounds like it lacks humility? You sound insane right now. Do I gotta get a leg sweep out of here. Right. Only 2 more cards played if I do so, though. It'll be worth it. This guy's got a triple hit next turn, don't he? Nope. I do not understand the attack patterns of the Kin Priest, evidently. Alright, just you and me, buddy. I got 3 decks and consistent weaken access, as well as a deck that has possibly the most dense defense access that I've had in the last week? Yeah, I think we get out of here without taking any more damage. Hit those and then backflip to have our new draw pile be as dense as possible with Cloak and Daggers. Oh wow, I have to take damage. Yeah, I mean, if this fight demonstrates anything, it's that I don't do damage. But, on the bright side, I also don't take damage, so kind of balances out. All I need is a source of something that turns this into damage, and I just want to quickly draw attention to it, because, like, in the rare subset, we have... Assassinate turns it into a little bit more damage, but I'm not going to count that, nor Echoing Slash. Blade of Ink, get weak access alongside our shivs, certainly matters. Burst, obviously, is damage for us, because it's also more cards and more shivs. Shadow Step doubles our damage on following turns. Not super thrilled about that one. Knife Trap, obviously, the best outcome, probably. After Image, also a really good defensive outcome. Envenom, possibly the come-from-behind aggressive outcome that we're looking for, because we just set it up and then play it, and then bosses die. Fan of Knives also helps turn this into AoE. It doesn't help us on the boss kills, but it helps us on the next floor, certainly a lot. And then finally, Serpent Form just gives us additional damage every time we play a card. Look, I'll take and play Blade of Ink. I have no problem with Blade of Ink. It's good for this deck. It doesn't really solve our damage problem. It helps. 2 copies of Relax. I feel like I'm actually kind of beyond needing Relax in this deck. Pale's Tooth, remove 5 cards from the deck after each combat, add 1 back randomly upgraded. I've certainly got a lot of cards that would love to be randomly upgraded, but also Pale's Blood, drawing an additional card at the start of each turn. Really hard to turn down the ridiculous value of that. I'm not taking this early elite just to get 2 elite, 2 rest. I'm going to take a Cowardice line over on the left. Okay. Kinds of crap at the end of the floor, so a bit more consistency on our weak access would be real handy. Footwork, welcome back. Ricochet, Untouchable, and Slice. No, thank you. Ooh. Beautiful. Not only do we full defend, we also get the panache out and trigger it. Beautiful. God damn, good fight. Leading Strike, 3 damage, add 2 shivs to hand. I feel like that's exactly what I don't need. Flip like dodge and roll. I can see the world where the dodge and roll matters. I'll take it. It can't be outside. He's just gone outside. I'm starting to think it might be outside. I might pause and be with you back in a second. It's my family's dog, not my own, unfortunately. My dad did mention to me that he likes to stare you down to see if he can get early dinner. And that might be it. Oh god, I shouldn't have said that word. It's fine. It appears he didn't understand. Blade of Ink to weaken both of the targets on board, super useful. I'd love to have a little additional energy so that I can afford to play. Okay. Backflip. Deflect and cloak, then just focus on the backliner. Let the toxics hit. All I gotta do is play 5 cards this turn, or just enough damage to take out a single might. I feel like I don't need Weak Potion as much as I need Stable Serum, especially for the Kaiser Crab fight. Retention is gonna matter. I can't weaken any of these enemies, so... Nice! Getting Panache so that I can actually abuse all of these in hand is really useful. Ideally, we can try and take out second Chopper by next turn. If I use Blade of Ink, I can get another AoE hit this turn, so I'll do that. Beautiful. 5 cards that turn takes out backline. Single strike takes out front. Oh, I'm so glad this fight didn't take anything from us, because the other ones have been mean. Take an upgraded Blade Dance if you'll offer it. Do I take Cunning Potion over Fish Oil? I feel like Fish Oil is going to be more impactful in the final boss fight. Not final boss fight, the Kaiser Crab fight. Ooh. Daughter of the Wind. And I'll pay you HP to give it to me. Whenever I play an attack, gain 1 block. You mean whenever I play a shiv? Because that's what I thought you meant. Putting cards on top of the new draw pile. I gotta say, Perfect Fit on Blade Dance certainly helps. I really would prefer to remove, though. That's risky, because I gotta get rid of that normality pretty quick. Let's get the second Cloak and Dagger. Lucky Fish, whenever I add a card to the deck, gain 15 gold. Rude. I'm gonna leg sweep, dodge and roll, just as much setup for next turn as I can get, because it's not like I was gonna get much setup for that next turn outside of it. Footwork, backflip. Do I drop the defend here? Yeah. Not gonna Cloak and Dagger yet. Way excess to requirement that turn. Yeah, it's so much better this turn. Oh, beautiful. Infinite Blades, backflip for the draw, and then strike. Normality. Stealing the rest of that turn away from us there. Thankfully, I've still got pretty good defense. And again. Perfect. I've been so patient, game. Do you want to give me a copy of Accuracy in this next shop? I've been really good. Oh, Panache draws cards. Makes it far more likely to activate on the first turn it's played. Thank you, game. I love you too. I feel like Restlessness has a place in this deck. Yeah, I'm emptying it. No, I'm not emptying out hands consistently enough for Restlessness. I'll actually hold my resources here, even against Finisher. I don't think that's actually that important as a source of damage in this deck. The best source... Oh, maybe if I could have corrupted it. The best sources of damage in this deck aren't... don't do their own damage. They do, you know, Panache and Strangle and Accuracy as damage. Trade a Strike for Haze. I mean, it's better than Strike, but it's not good. Thankfully, over time, the Eternal Feather has just fully healed us without actually having to rest. Beautiful, giving us real opportunities to upgrade consistently here. Another turn of Weaken and another Shiv out of the Blade of Ink. Pop Fish Oil at the top of this fight. Oh, nice. Actually got a Haze that I'm going to be able to generate. Gotta play the Accuracy. I was thinking about the dodge and roll, but that's so much damage in this first cycle. Panache. Anticipate into double Cloak and Dagger. Shiv, 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 then Blade of Ink. Shiv, 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 then Cloak and Dagger. Shiv, Shiv. Beautiful. That 3 weakness guarantees that Rocket is both weak for this turn and the Rocket Punch turn in 2 turns' time. If you make it that far, which you won't. One last card for another 14 damage. know exactly what the draw pile is. Not that that's not usually the case, but we had 4 draw and knew exactly what 4 cards were in the draw pile, so we knew exactly what the acrobatics was going to draw for us. And that'll do it. Damn. Remember when I told you all of the ways to put a capstone on this run? I'll click Knife Trap. Start of each turn, draw 2 additional cards. You may not draw cards during your turn. Not thrilled about that. 1 draw. 2, 3. No, I got too much draw in this deck to want that. Remove 3 cards from the deck and add a Folly. Yes. The thinner this deck is, the far better off we are. Perhaps I should have removed the upgraded strike. Actually, I think I might still focus around removal as much as possible here. The consistency of our first turn and how soon we discover certain cards in the deck, like Panache and Footwork, they're fully going to be the things that decide whether or not we win. I'd like to have a little bit more control over them. And I keep trying to solve that problem with more draw, but, like, I don't have full influence over planning to get draw. Like, obviously I can choose to take draw when draw is offered to me. I'll take a second copy of accuracy there, that's fine. Obviously I can choose to take draw when draw is offered to us. It's fine, don't need any of those. Save enough money to get to here and remove a second card, because that was only 100. Yes, but I can't influence whether or not the card rewards give me the draw sources that I am looking for. What I can influence, though, is what directions I go and how many cards I remove from the deck, because every shop is going to have a removal option. Even if I go to the shop hoping to see draw, I'll probably see draw, but I might not see draw. So I think as I'm looking for more consistency, that's part of where I find it. And also something that I've been ignoring a little bit more recently than I maybe should be. I'm happy not to take any of those. Perfect. Actually removing a defend, a card that I was going to remove anyway from the deck. Beautiful. Okay. More defense setup as well as Panache. Oof. Tough turn. Alright, we're officially at the end of it. Next hand has Knife Trap, so if we don't kill this turn, pretty much as soon as I play that, we will. Untouchable, Sucker Punch, and Unforgettable. No need for those. Let's get both the accuracies upgraded. It's like having another one in the deck. Get preparation. We're gonna have a... no, we don't have a full first hand. Mystic Lighter, what? Oh, that's so cool. Do I do it? It only matters for the inky shivs and also the ones that get replayed from Knife Trap, but I really want to do it. And also, thank you for offering me another accuracy. It really, it does appear like the game is trying to make up for something earlier. Wait, I came here for removal! Ryan! Did you spend the... oh, okay, because I couldn't afford it, that's fine. My brain saw that I couldn't afford it and was like, oh, okay, you made a mistake earlier, you just clicked something else. But the brain that plays the game and the brain that does the speaking, not the same brain. So they've got to have a little conversation with one another sometimes. Gonna strangle. Oh my god, I overfilled the hand. Accuracy, survivor through haze, strangle, develop those, and then I'll play them before I play the ink. There we go. So. We managed to get rid of the big bad damage boy. Okay, backflip into panache. Then knife trap on the back line. Sick. Expose for vulnerability as well as the artifact removal on the Eon Glass fight. Accuracy. Infinite blades. I'm not gonna have the energy to kill this turn. But I can set up almost inevitably a kill next turn. That seems good too. I will take an upgrade to prepared. The unupgraded one was a bit harder. 300 HP. That many turns. Part of me feels like I can do it. I don't have much time on this field, so I don't think I actually can get back to and play Knife Trap, though. Half of the HP for turn one's pretty good. We drew really well. Beautiful. Centennial Puzzle. The first time you take HP damage each combat. Defend yourself. I'm gonna... leg sweep upgrade. Sorry, first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards, is what it actually says. Let's expose this nerd. Panache into the Wrangle. Defense through that, and then double cloak. Shiv, 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 shiv. Knife trap. Kills him in turn 1, and we also set up Panache. Accuracy, leg sweep. Should have played Anticipate before that, but I'm not going to fix it. Just should have done it. Okay. Accuracy, footwork. Let's deflect. Excuse me. I'm gonna hold the stable serum here. Okay. It's 40 incoming. Even my block turns don't block for that. God, I feel like I need so much more energy in this fight. And like our boss relics, we have boss relics, but they didn't give us energy. Okay. Strategical Knife Trap finishes you. Puts the Knife Trap in the new cycle. Gonna have to Acrobatics here. Don't really have a choice. Wounds as well. Oh. Do I have to Knife Trap? I really don't want to have that Knife Trap. It's not enough damage to justify it right now. I'm gonna set up Vulnerability on you, because I'm only getting more scared the further and further we're getting into this. Pretty sure Knife Trap's lethal now, though. Also pretty sure we don't need it. Alright. God, Knife Trap might have been lethal before then. What was it? 6, 6, 12, 12, 4, 16... So they were 16, which turns them into 24 with vulnerability, which means they would have done 240 damage that turn. It wouldn't have been lethal. All right. Let's try and get the rest of those artifact off the enemy. I'm going to Survivor through a haze and then Acro. There it is. Expose. I kind of want a Blade Dance. Oh no, that won't overfill my hand, unfortunately. I do need to overfill my hand if I want to prevent this. Okay. Infinite Blades and Neutralize. I take only 1 damage that turn, but I do get additional draw. I also get Anticipate here. Nice. And Footwork. Those two together giving us an actual defensive strategy for this turn. I'd love to set up weakness this turn, but I've got neutralize available next turn, and I really feel like every turn I don't put my foot on the gas, I'm putting it on the reverse. That's how cars work, right? There's one that says gas and one that says reverse, and then there's another pedal down there that honks the horn. I'm pretty sure there's a pedal that makes the wings of the car come up. Like, they duck wing up and then you take off. So you'll be out. You'll be driving the car, right? And the car will take into the sky, right? You know, I haven't taken my driving test yet, but I'm pretty sure this is what happens. The car's in the sky. So what this knife trap's gonna do for us, I mean, it's gonna generate a lot of withers. Ooh. Cozy. I couldn't win. Not there. I either attack and possibly live, or... Well, not that I was going to possibly live there. I either attack to try and defend myself, or I just die. Perhaps there was an alternate decision to make here. Perhaps taking that prepared and upgrading it was much more impactful and important because I knew that I had Eon Glass at the end, and control over discarding withers is fully transformational in that fight. Also, I feel like this deck got a lot less defensive, and that is because, like, after this card, we added defense, attack, 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 attack. Yeah, that was a transformation. Attack, 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 attack. Like, not attack, obviously, but like a lot of glue and a lot of attack, really diluting the defense that we already had in the deck up until that point. Damn, dude. Why couldn't you have simply gone down? I'm dying at least on the second boss fight at the end of the run more consistently, which, look, if I gotta die somewhere, I want it to be on the floor of the Architect. If I gotta die somewhere else, though, I want it to be in Niao's arms. And if I gotta die in a third place, it's the second boss fight on A10. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slayer's Spire 2. Top left is the series playlist for a lot of my content on the game past, present, and future. All YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.